Okay, so like this is the second and probably last tier video I'm gonna do for this series. I don't know, I feel like this is a good way to like introduce FNAF content into the channel by starting off like doing tier list. I don't know, they're just fun to do kind of, but I'm gonna be ranking all the games like based on how I feel about them, and like most of this is going to be story based because like most FNAF fans, I've barely played any of the games. But first of all, Bro thinks he's on the team. Why? And first off, FNAF, the first one, A. I wouldn't really call it peak. FNAF 3, I'm gonna be real, like game story wise, FNAF 3 really good. Gameplay, I don't know. It's kind of boring. So I'll give it a B. Ultimate Custom Night, Help Wanted, Instant Peak, favorite game of the series. Sister Location, I like Sister Location a lot. It did a lot for the series, and it was one of the first games in the mainline series to have like a coherent story you can follow, like not including mini games and stuff like that. So, A. Should I put the first one in peak? FNAF 2, obviously. FNAF 4 an A. Ultimate Custom Night, I'll give it a B. FNAF World, obviously better than peak. I was a defender of this game since day one. Since it came out, and when everybody was shitting on it because it was too cutesy, I was all over this game. I'm so glad like people like it now, or at least the people who liked it are more vocal. Because God, that game, favorite. I really hope we get a sequel one day. I'd kill for one. Okay, FNAF AR, I ain't playing this ever, and it's a mobile game, and it could be fun, but like, I'm not bothering. All the Freddy in space, like all the like Flash game-ish ones that Scott made. What was he cooking with that? Security Breach, C. I don't hate Security Breach. Like, people, like, the way, like, the reception of it, like, besides all the glitches and bugs, like, the reception of it as being too kiddie and all that, like, it's this whole thing I gotta get into, like, with how, you know, people are fans of a franchise when it starts, and especially with FNAF when it started, a lot of people were shitting on people for liking it because they saw it as too kiddie. But now that like most of the fans are adults now and they're looking back, they kind of rose tinted glasses, they see it as scarier than it was, and like they get mad when the franchise does anything like a little, God, it's hard to explain. I'll have to do a video on this. But like there's this video about like R-rated movies and like how most of them are only it was like from this movie channel, and like the comment section are full of people talking about like adult cartoons and stuff like that, and how like there's nothing adult about them, it's just sex and violence most of the time and swearing, and like the people who watch it want to feel mature, but like kids shows that don't have any of that are more mature because of the subject matter. Like that's how I feel about FNAF. It's like the subject matter of like the series is more mature, but people want more of like the more superficial like parts of what makes it more adult than like the actual thing that makes it adult. But like FNAF's never been like, it's always been like a teen kiddie kind of horror, and like take pride in that, you know? Okay, I need to stop. Pizzeria Sim. Pizzeria Sim also did a lot like Sister Location. Would I put it in peak? I don't know. I'm not putting this anywhere. B? No. I'll put it in like A. Oh, fine, I'll put one in Peak. FNAF 2 better though. So here's my list. And yeah, that was pretty easy to me.